knew it was coming. We'd been tracking it all out over this fire map thingy majig. So one day the whole sky was orange, and Mum checked the computer and we knew it was coming, so we started watering down the whole garden. And then we live around, like, we've got hills all around our place, and the hill out the back, it broke over that ridge, and to be honest, it looked like a tsunami of fire. And we had the fireys in our driveway, and he said, "Nah, you're gone." Yeah, but when it broke the ridge, instant heat. Yeah, the place didn't get burnt down, which was good, but it's an experience you'll never forget.
I was in the house on the computer because I was doing Fires Near Me, and then I was just on Prodigy and all that. And then my dad just came in screaming, "Get out of the house! Get your PJs, grab a drink bottle and just get out of the house." And then when I hopped out, everything was orange, embers falling, and it was just black embers falling everywhere. And you looked over to the mountain and you could just see it coming down the mountain like lava coming out of a volcano. Oh, I was crying, I was so scared. If we had evacuated and left it, our house would have been burnt down. Luckily it's still standing, but it was scary.
I went outside and it was red, and it was scary for me, so I had to run over to Nan's, but I saw the fire on top of the hill and I was like, holy moly, we have to go straight away. Well, at night I could see the fire over at my neighbour's house at the bottom of the flat, and like a big tree was on fire and stuff. It was just so scary for me because that was my first time having a giant fire.
About 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock or something, then it started coming down, embers floating in front of the fire itself, starting up spot fires, and then it jumped the river and there was nothing stopping it. So then fire brigade came in. Mum, Derek and I went out, got the pod ready on the back of the ute for Dad. I got the ute ready, and then that was pretty much it. That was all we could do to get prepared. And yeah, then that night you could just see the trees falling, and it was tragic.
Well, we're kind of in the middle of Coots Crossing in Nymboida, so we probably won't evacuate. So we were going to the pool, but then Mum was getting all worried and stuff, so we went back home, and then I helped Dad set up sprinklers everywhere, and then we packed some things. We packed the guinea pigs as well, because I want the guinea pigs. But I thought it was gonna burn down, but yeah, I didn't really know anything. But then my parents went out to Nymboida and they said that everything's still there, which I was really happy about. It's just, yeah.
it was just like, Nana just told me, yep, we just have to go evacuation. I'm like, what? It's just like weird. What? And then we kind of just packed up and left. And I packed up my whole Lego and I'm really happy about that. I don't want it all burnt. I asked if there was any news and then Mum was just like, yeah, your house was burnt down. It's like, okay. It's like really weird. It's just like a shock. Well, it wasn't really a shock because the last night I was like, because we heard that it was on Glens Creek Road and I was really scared. And then I kept asking, is the house burnt down? She's like, it's very likely that it is. And I'm like, well, okay.
And there was flames over my house, so I first grabbed the cat and my dad told my mom to get the car up onto the paddock, and then my dogs just came along and I saw some of my cattle running into the fire, and I thought that they were trying to find the end of the fire so that they can be safe on the other side. A fire brigade came, and when I saw the hill, it just looked like a piece of art.
We got evacuated a warning like at 6 o'clock at night. And we were gone like hours before that because they didn't even warn us. We just left. They warned us too late anyway. And it was very, very orange, and it's because of all the smoke.
And also, do you bring your Beyblades?
Yeah.
Oh, phew. And then I brought like pretty much almost all my toys. I forgot my blankie, forgot my bed, forgot my Beyblades. And then, yeah, I still have a blankie. Oh, I was definitely worried. That fire that got near our house, it came round the whole house. It didn't even touch one single bit of it. We lost power, we lost our septic, we lost our chicken coop. And there were trees everywhere on the driveway, on the ground. We were all worried about the fire, about the house getting burnt down.
And that night the power went out and we didn't have any way of knowing whether the fire was going to come towards our house or not. So we had to evacuate. Dogs in the car, cats in the car, bird in the car.
What did you think was going to happen?
It was going to burn down. That's what I thought. But it actually didn't burn down. The fire went around the house, thankfully.
Oh, I just remembered the fire. You can hear it, leaves blowing, burnt leaves blowing. I could even see a tree on fire falling. And then when Mum got home from picking Ali up because she missed the bus, it just started coming over the hill. And we were going to evacuate, but we didn't, so we stayed at Nan's place.
It was almonds. Well, I did go to Grafton, and first I was at a motel, and then I went to a different one, and then I went to a house. But the house has a bath.
Well, my mum woke up to a phone call, but it was an automatic phone call and not an actual phone call. And then she quickly ran into my room and woke me up. And then she said to get stuff packed. So I went and got all the stuff I needed, like a couple of toys and a toothbrush. And yeah, I was worried. I started crying at one point. But yeah, my mum was very worried because that's really the only house we had.
And like my dad stayed there just a little while. I don't know why. He probably just wanted to like defend the house. The fires were like really bad on the main way out of Nymboida, so he had to go out the like back way to town. And he met us there at the hotel, and we didn't find out till I think like 2 days after. It was just a pile of ash and tin, and like everything was destroyed.
I woke up in the morning and I started eating waffles, and then Mum was like right in the middle of one of my waffles. Mum was just like, "We gotta leave," and I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "The fires." And when we woke up the next morning, I think I got the news that my dad's house had burned down. I had this teddy that I had since I was a baby. And a lot of things. Everything.
The fire went around our house. We have to live somewhere else because our house isn't livable at all. Our house is not burnt out. Our house is never going to be burnt out forever. And that's all.
Oh, the aluminium.
This is my greenfield lawnmower.
One lawnmower.
That's one lawnmower, that was all that was left of it.
Is that right?